Okay. Firstly, well, we know each other. So.
Oh, okay.
Friend. Yeah. Have you never seen me before?
No.
You've not seen me before? Oh, okay. I basically do kind of performance art, and one of the things I do is stand with provocative signs to make people smile.
Should I videotape you?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't have an opinion on that.
Do you not? Don't you have an opinion on everything? Doesn't everyone have an opinion on everything? Or is it like in your police?
They form an opinion on it, but...
Right.
So is this the only wording that you've got on the side today? Everything is okay? Is there anything written on the back?
Is that all right? Do I have to show you what's written on the back?
It's just an art.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there is
Conversation.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, there is something at the back. I'm happy to show you. This is actually Hebrew, but this is because I do it in Israel sometimes.
Sure.
It says, "Don't believe anyone, including me." What do you make of that?
Are we supposed to believe that?
That's for you to decide, isn't
So
it?
you're an independent filmmaker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've been called out, so what's your name, please?
Am I obliged to give you my name?
Well, I'm just asking, because obviously if you've come to notice before, like you say you have, then they'll know it's you.
And I'm asking you, am I obliged to tell you my name?
No, because you're not committing any offence.
Right,
We
exactly.
just like to know who's in the Royal Park.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people in the Royal Park, so...
You see, there's certain things in the Royal Park, and if you're committing offences in the Royal Park,
Yeah.
then that's a different matter.
I know, but have I committed an offence?
Well, you see, what we'll do is we'll go back and say that you've got these signs, and if
Right.
they deem that, then the fact that they don't want that in the Royal Park...
As an offence to hold a sign?
Crikey, Moses, this can be long, can't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And listen, can I just explain to you that part of my filmmaking, right, it might sound as like I'm being arsey, but what I'm really doing is kind of trying to stand my ground whilst being respectful. Do you understand what I mean? So you're probably not used to people asking you questions.
I think what he's trying to do as an American, he's trying to see where the limits are of freedom in this country. So if he stands in a park and you as a police officer, and he's trying to be respectful, you ask him for his name, and he says, I'd rather not give you my name, he's asking whether or not you think, according to the law, he'd be obligated to give you his name.
Okay, what we'll do is see if you're committing any park offences. If you are,
sure.
we'll report you for the park offences, in which case you then have to give us your name.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Just want to ask you, do you think it's a bit strange that you're going to report me to the park?
This is what I'm saying. I didn't say I'm going to report you.
I see.
I'll say if you're committing any park offences, then you may
do
well...
you think I've committed any park offences?
Well, we'll check that out.
Yeah, I'm saying the idea that you're going to check out whether I'm committing any park offences because I'm holding a sign that says everything is okay. Isn't that a rather interesting commentary on society?
We've received a call from a member of public who has called police. We haven't just parked up and stopped and spoken to you. We've physically been called here by a member of public.
I understand, but
which is why we've stopped and speaking to you. As police officers, we'd be failing to do our duty if we never responded to a call made by a member of the public. We're not just
You're making films in the park as well. You've got to have a permit from the parks people.
Got a permit from the Royal Parks Agency?
Hold on a second.
Have you got a permit from the Royal Parks?
What I do have on me is the legislation, which is the guidelines on your own website, on the police's own website, which says that I'm free to film.
This is not police. This is the Royal Parks.
I've filmed I've filmed many times in the park, and if you can tell me what the actual law is, what the bylaw about filming is, what the actual wording is, I'm more than happy to stop.
I've got the bylaws in mind.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah,
we can have a look at it together.
Yeah,
we're both
excellent idea. Great.
So, but my question, I hope you don't mind me asking, as just a foreigner, why you would think as a police officer that someone holding a sign saying everything was okay you even need to inquire whether or not that's
right. So this is
park regulations might have a different, a more.
Regulations 1997. Yeah. Royal Parks and Open Spaces Regulations 1997. There's a number of bylaws in it. Well, that acts prohibited in a park.
Yeah, go on. So let's have a look at it.
There's a number. Any pedal cycling if you're not on a thing. Any roller skating? You're not roller skating.
No.
Let's just have a look, see if there's anything.
Yeah.
So you can actually have a look.
Do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you could use, if you were upsetting anyone, use language with publicly intimates at any article, service.
Well, I haven't done that, have I? Obviously, no.
Exhibit, notice or advertisement or any other written pictorial matter.
Right. What are you talking about?
Well,
Do you mean
yeah,
kids
if you're
told
an
us-
independent
You're talking about the
filmmaker,
happy face? The happy face?
Use apparatus for transmission, reception, reproduction, amplification, sound, speech, or images, except
that's like
designed to-
amplification. That's like
Yeah.
headphone. Like
Well,
PA.
are you a filmmaker?
or speech or images.
What's that?
Are you a filmmaker?
Well,
Are you making?
I'm a
film?
human
You're-
being, but I make
but
films
if
a
you
lot
were-
about the police, and I can
Yes.
give you I can give you
So,
like a card, so you
I
can have
would-
a look at the films. I'm happy to do that if you'd like.
Or of sound, speech, or images, which that would fall in, except apparatus designed and for use in aid of effective hearing, or apparatus used in a vehicle.
Is it for the use of transmission, reception,
Right,
right?
or
Well, we're not
images.
talking about that's like radio,
Or
right?
of sound, speech, or images in modern technology.
but I understand. Well, hold on a second.
But if I had
Firstly-
a regular camera here,
Yeah.
if I had my
No, never mind
tourist
the camera.
camera,
Well, I'm just
that would also.
You've just told us you're a filmmaker, so therefore it's.
I'm a
it's for
filmmaker too. I
purpose.
put things
I
up on
understand
YouTube.
that, right? But that doesn't say you're not allowed to make films. That's not what those wordings mean. Come on, you're really stretching it a bit.
No, we're not. I'm reading exactly the same view. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be funny with you, as you said. You know, if we get it.
But I guess what I question also is
Yeah,
like
sure.
a member of the public calls you up and complains about something which is so innocuous.
Probably.
I would like you to speak to that member of the public, get their number back, and say, right, if you carry on wasting police time like this, you know, we're going to arrest you.
As my colleague says, that it's interfering with people's enjoyments in the park. It's
This
not-
is-
Standing
this
to decide it, says
it's
everything
not-
is
it's not-
okay.
it's
Where
not-
does it say that? Where does it say that in there?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not police legislation. It's parks legislation.
So as a tourist, if I wanted to take a picture here with this camera, I'm not allowed to do it?
But that's slightly different. You've said that you're an independent filmmaker.
What does that mean, an independent filmmaker? I'm an independent person, he's an independent person, you're an independent person, there's YouTube, anyone could take this and put it up on YouTube.
But
Does that make us a
that's not a
filmmaker?
tourist, though, is it?
It's not what?
Well, no one walks
That's not a
around.
tourist?
No,
But
no
all
one
of
walks around
YouTube-
saying I'm an independent filmmaker.
All of YouTube are independent people, human beings, putting films up on YouTube.
That's fine.
As tourists and not tourists.
All we're doing is we're just standing here, looking through the regulations book, seeing if the gentleman here has committed any offences under the Parks Regulations Act 1997. If he hasn't,
And imagine if you didn't have, imagine if you like, because what I do sometimes is I try and imagine you guys as if you didn't have your uniform on. So
Right.
now I see you as just having jeans and a t-shirt.
Sure.
both of you, yeah? And then I see you like you're just equal to me. You're just,
well,
you're,
we
you
are
know-
equal.
Yeah,
It
fantastic.
doesn't even in uniform.
I
I'm just
agree.
here as a police officer.
Okay, no, but you're here as a police officer as opposed
Sure.
to a human being, right? So I'm saying, imagine if you're a human being here, and you were like a bystander, and all of a sudden these guys come up to someone who's holding a most positive sign, yeah? And it says everything's okay, and the police officer's trying to sort of get him for doing some sort of offence.
Not
I
trying
mean,
to get
it's like-
you. Not trying to get you for an offence. We're just checking our legislation. The legislation for a royal park.
Yeah.
They've got slightly different legislation
Well,
to.
I know, but that's just
Street.
all a whole bunch of thousands of words and rules. I'm asking you, by the way, my first name is Danny. What's your first name?
Mark.
Mark. I'm asking you, Mark, to think a bit
I
beyond
appreciate that.
the way you've been
No, I-
educated, right? I'm saying, like, why did you join the force?
Why did? Well, there's a number of reasons,
Okay.
which I'm not going to go on there.
Okay.
because that's a
Well,
bit
let me
personal,
just.
isn't it?
Okay, so you don't have to answer, but I'm going to suggest one of the reasons, right? One of the reasons why you and many police officers join the force is to keep this country safe, to make it a better place, and to keep the peace. You're called peace officers, right? Basically, to keep the peace. And what this is basically. You know, people when they see this, they're going to see another example, right? And it's not your fault. It's somebody's fault, in my opinion. It's fault of somebody who long died a long time ago, put the system into place, right? You know, where I'm doing something incredibly peaceful and I'm accosted by people who are trying to get me on some, you know. So even if I was breaking a bylaw, why is there so much worship of these words that some rich lawyers, you know, made up? Even the whole idea of having a royal park. Why does the Queen own all this stuff? And you're, you know, why are you policing it? It's like mad. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I appreciate
Yeah.
what you're saying.
And I'm speaking to you as a fellow human being who I respect, and I you know, I'm sure you deal with some pretty nasty stuff in your time. You know, that's not, you know, even more nasty than me.
No, but here's my question, if you don't mind me asking.
Please do.
I can appreciate the fact that you got a call
Yes.
and you were doing your duty to check it out.
Yes.
But once you come and you see a nutcase like this guy here, who's just holding an innocuous sign, why not say, okay, we checked it out, everything's kosher?
We are checking it out. Yeah. As soon as we're happy, yeah, we go. There's no offences. If you committed no crime, you committed no offences under the park's regulations.
Is that the only sign you've got, sir? Or have you got other signs in your bag?
Are there any particular swear words that, I mean, can you just give me a list of the ones that are...
No, but you're an educated man.
Shall I give it a guess? Like, for example, yeah, so you're asking me, like, if I, let's say, fuck or shit or cunt or something like that.
Anything that could be transpired to be offensive?
Not to my knowledge, unless it's been planted by somebody.
Right, okay.
All right?
So, the only signs that you've got here today is this one saying everything's okay.
And this one, if you just show that one.
And the one which... It's hypothetical.
Money back guarantee.
You're not really selling anything. This is hypothetical.
Very good. Yes, correct.
Yeah, because we don't want you to commit an offence against a bylaw.
No.
For
selling anything, for trading, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you saying that right now if I gave you 50 pence you wouldn't give me an piece?
Okay.
If I
Wait,
give
hold
you
on a
50
second, hold on a
pence.
second. If he gave me 50 pence, yeah, and I was to give him in a piece, would you get me for selling in the parks?
Do you know what?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, just
Nice to
be
meet
a bit just be a bit mindful
Yeah.
of others enjoying the park as you're enjoying
Yeah,
it.
yeah, sure.
They might not all have your same.
They might not have your own
They might not
sense of
be,
humour.
and that would be, you know, then they wouldn't need to look at the sign anymore. They could just face the other way, couldn't they?
Let's hope so.
The great thing about the human race is everyone has different.
Indeed, they do. Nice to meet you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope I don't get called back. Okay, see you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Are you okay? You're okay with this going up? Yeah.
Let's bit goes.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
What's the heading?
Well, I'll give you a card.
Please do.
You can find my details if you look hard enough. But there you go.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
You take care.
Bye.